As our old friend Jack Sparrow stands nonchalantly atop the mast of his sinking ship in Pirates of the Caribbean, grinning as the water swallows it whole, we're reminded that pirate legends have always carried a mix of danger, drama, and a dash of humor. For centuries, tales of daring raids and hidden treasures have fueled novels and films, conjuring visions of gold-laden chests resting at the bottom of the sea. Few real-life discoveries, however, bridge the gap between myth and reality, like the recent unearthing of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a 300-year-old Portuguese warship attacked during the Golden Age of Piracy. Off the coast of Madagascar, archaeologists have identified and excavated this long-lost vessel, revealing a treasure haul estimated at over £101 million. The Golden Age of Piracy and the capture of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo.
We're talking entirely preserved shipwrecks from keel to gunwale. We're talking about still preserved ropes. Shipwrecks that literally look as if they had sunk yesterday.
The early 18th century marked a period historians call the Golden Age of Piracy, when lawless seafarers preyed on merchant fleets and colonial powers struggled to secure their vast ocean territories. Among the countless ships that sailed these treacherous waters was the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, Portuguese for Our Lady of the Cape. Built as a heavily armed state-owned carrack, the ship was designed for long voyages and capable of carrying both passengers and high-value cargo between the Portuguese colonies and Europe. In early 1721, the Nossa Senhora do Cabo departed Goa, India, bound for Lisbon, laden with a cargo of gold, silver, pearls, textiles, jewels, and religious artifacts. On board were the outgoing Portuguese viceroy, the Archbishop of Goa, and approximately 200 enslaved individuals from Mozambique. The journey took a disastrous turn on April 8, 1721, when the ship anchored near Reunion Island. Already weakened by a fierce storm that forced her crew to jettison many cannons, the vessel was vulnerable when a coalition of pirate ships closed in. Leading the assault was Olivier Levasseur, known as La Buse or the Buzzard, alongside English pirate John Taylor. With her defenses crippled, the Nossa Senhora do Cabo offered little resistance. The pirates quickly overwhelmed the crew, seized control of the ship, and began transferring its staggering wealth to their holds. Historians describe the capture as one of the most lucrative pirate hauls ever recorded. Levasseur and his crew claimed treasures of immense value, making the raid infamous even in an age when such attacks were not uncommon. The sheer scale of the loot made it a story retold for generations, blending fact with rumor as the treasure's fate remained a mystery. In the absence of effective naval patrols, the pilots sailed their prize westward, bound for Île Sainte-Marie, today known as Nosy Boraha, off Madagascar's northeast coast. The location was no random choice. At the time, Île Sainte-Marie was considered one of the most notorious pirate havens in the world, thanks to its natural harbors, proximity to major shipping lanes, and lack of colonial governance. It was here, in a lawless enclave of Europe's most feared seafarers, that the fate of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo and her treasure would be sealed. A pirate haven like no other.
So how many pirates buried here in the cemetery?
One story, before he have the 115.
15 pirates?
Yeah.
Here?
And, 1,500 buried.
So pirates lived here, right? Mm-hmm. On this island?
Yeah.
The island's reputation as a pirate stronghold was built over decades of lawlessness. Nestled off the coast of Madagascar, it provided sheltered anchorages and easy access to trade routes between Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. During the Golden Age of Piracy, this small island became home to notorious figures from across Europe, each seeking to exploit the region's strategic position while evading the naval forces of competing empires. Among these figures was Olivier Levasseur, feared for his audacious raids and relentless pursuit of wealth. After seizing the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, Levasseur and Taylor steered her to the island's main harbor, a place where they could unload the cargo, divide their plunder, and erase evidence of their crime. This act of concealment was as calculated as the raid itself. By sinking the ship after removing the most portable and valuable goods, the pirates ensured the vessel could not be reclaimed by the Portuguese or traced back to them. The decision left the remains buried beneath centuries of shifting sands and silt. For the enslaved people aboard, the outcome remains shrouded in uncertainty. Historical accounts record that the viceroy was eventually ransomed for $2,000, but there's no definitive record of what happened to the archbishop or the enslaved passengers from Mozambique. This silence in the historical record stands in stark contrast to the loud fame of the pirate raid, serving as a reminder of the human cost behind tales of maritime adventure. Life in the pirate enclave was a mix of hard living and indulgent excess. Loot was exchanged for supplies, alcohol, and comforts scarce in other seafaring communities. In the absence of legal authority, pirates operated under their own codes, distributing wealth among crew members according to pre-agreed shares. The Nossa Senhora de Cabo's capture injected an unprecedented fortune into this community, reinforcing Île Sainte-Marie's position as a hub of pirate wealth and influence. The long search and eventual discovery.
But it was also the challenge, as it were, to find the shipwreck that many other people had tried to find, but actually failed.
The wreck of the Nossa Senhora de Cabo eluded detection for nearly 3 centuries, its exact location obscured by both the passage of time and the deliberate sinking by its captors. In 2009, archaeologists from the Massachusetts-based Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation began systematic surveys of Embarafitatra Bay near Nosy Baraha. Historical documents suggested the bay might conceal multiple pirate-related wrecks, making it a prime target for investigation. Over 16 years, researchers employed sonar imaging, photomosaics, and underwater excavation to piece together the puzzle. The identification of the wreck was confirmed through a combination of physical evidence and historical research. The size and shape of the hull, partially preserved under layers of sand, matched records of the Nossa Senhora de Cabo's design. Artifacts retrieved from the site, including gold coins with Arabic inscriptions, fine porcelain, and intricately carved religious figurines, were consistent with goods known to have been shipped from Goa during the period. Particularly striking was an ivory plaque inscribed with gold letters spelling INRI, the Latin abbreviation for Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, echoing the crucifixion accounts in the Christian Gospels. The wreck's position in the harbor aligned with contemporary accounts of pirate activity in the region. Archaeologists noted that at least 4 other shipwrecks linked to pirate plunder may lie in the same area, each representing a potential trove of historical material. The discovery is considered one of the most significant in the field of maritime archaeology in recent years. More than 3,300 artifacts have been cataloged, offering unprecedented insight into early 18th century maritime trade, colonial networks, and pirate economies. Artifacts of faith, wealth, and daily life.
Fine china litters the seabed, along with silver and gold coins and chests filled with emeralds.
Among the thousands of artifacts recovered are items that speak not only to the immense wealth aboard, but also to the cultural and religious connections of the time. Gold ingots, silver bars, and chests filled with pearls underscore the monetary value of the cargo, estimated at over $138 million in today's currency. Such wealth was a direct product of Portugal's colonial holdings in Asia and Africa, which supplied precious metals, gemstones, and luxury goods to European markets. The religious artifacts are equally remarkable. In addition to the INRI plaque, divers retrieved ivory and wooden figurines, parts of crucifixes, and devotional objects believed to have been crafted in Goa. They hint at the intended destinations of these objects, churches and private chapels in Lisbon. Not all finds were treasures in the traditional sense. Pottery fragments, porcelain shards, and everyday items offer a glimpse into the lives of those on board. These remnants, while less spectacular than gold or jewels, are invaluable to archaeologists studying the material culture of the period. They shed light on diet, trade in ceramics, and the daily routines of both passengers and crew. Much of the wreck is still covered by sand and silt, making further excavation challenging. Now it's time to hear from you. What's the most fascinating part of the Nossa Senhora de Cabo's story? The treasure itself, the daring pirate raid, or the centuries-long search that finally brought it to light? Let us know in the comments section below.